Shalom, shalom. For the ones that's watching later, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power, Yahweh, Yahshua, Yahushai, Yahshua, Kodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world and they call Jesus Christ. And Rakar Kodash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. And double honors to the outer apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word and the willing that they continue to endure and be sincere. May the mighty shalom to the hopeful elect of the same Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word, but willing that you continue to endure and be sincere in the same Spirit. And shalom to the Akwatiyam that are believers of His faith and His truth, and the willing that you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving, and silent, and virtuous wife. The Lord willing the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in faith. I had a lesson, like not even a lesson, I had one verse that I was just meditating, and I already was speaking on it a few days ago about reveal. And then it came to mind again off of a lesson I watched the other day, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. And that's what we're living in the time of the big reveal. Not Cat Williams, because he said 2024 is going to be, things are going to be revealed, but things been revealed since, the Israelites been on the earth, but of course it was a falling away where we didn't know the scripture. We didn't know certain things, but now the Lord got us standing on our feet and things are being revealed. So I came across the elder, GMS South Carolina. He did a video on the same title, but it was a brother from TikTok that said, please stop manifesting tribulation in Jacobs Trouble. And I listened to it, I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Again, this truth, starting with the men of the Lord that's teaching His word, we've been turning the algorithm through the Spirit upside down, and everybody want to talk about us, right? Everybody afraid of this teaching. For anybody to say stop manifesting tribulation in Jacob's trouble, we're going by what the word say, Let's actually get that first. And then I'm going to play the video, right? And I'm up on my side, I'm going to play the audio, so just Lord willing you paying close attention. If anybody that most likely might watch this video later, you'll be able to replay it and hear the audio. So I'm going to read this verse and then I'm going to play the audio. This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So the brother that's about to speak, he didn't bring out no scriptures. So let's hear it.
People talk about tribulation. I can't speak for anyone else, but I've been through my tribulation. I've for sure been through my tribulation, and I just don't believe that the Most High is going to... People talk about tribulation. I can't speak for anyone else, but I've been through my tribulation. I've for sure been through my tribulation, and I just don't believe that the Most High is going to make me go through it. I just don't. And I feel like people should stop Jacob's Trouble, Black Americans who are the real Jews, who is my brother Jacob, the real indigenous Americans from the same tribe as Jesus Christ, or Yahushua, or Yahusha. I think people should stop verbally manifesting a Jacob's Trouble over their life. Don't let these people do that to you, all right? We already been through Jacob's trouble, okay? By you reiterating it in Jacob's trouble, and things are going to get crazy, and things are going to get crazy, and things are going to get crazy. Do you know what you're doing? You're manifesting that over your life. You're bringing that into existence over your life. The judgment is for the Gentile nations, okay? Black Americans, we have nothing to worry about. We are tethered to our Father. Okay, we're good. Do not live in your demonic fear frequencies of as if like it's going to get worse. We already been through our trouble. I for sure been through my tribulation. I know my Father isn't about to make me go through another tribulation. Okay? So stop manifesting.
I'm gonna probably play it again. Lord willing, I don't make this whole verse, not one scripture. So if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. You know, through the spirit, this brother don't got no light because he ain't bringing out scriptures to edify the sheep. And this is what we're supposed to be doing. Let's go to Ephesians 4 and 11. What is it? Talking about the prophets and the apostles, right? Where the Lord said, outside of 11, it says he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry. You have to take this ministry serious, knowing that whatever he's saying, he should be backing it up with scriptures. And a lot of people like to hear that feel good, just tell me what I want to hear, you know. And probably is mad people on his TikTok that's enjoying that. We're supposed to teach this word, which a lot of people don't want to hear it, right? Because this word, everything in the scriptures is a mystery. It says for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. To edify means to build, right? So we're building people up in the faith. We're manifesting because it is a prophecy. Prophecy is a future event. He said he went through his trouble. Let me get this side precept, and I'm gonna actually bring this precept out again. I actually had some precepts that I had lined up for this thing. But let me get this one first in Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. You know, every last one of y'all need to understand, you know, if you don't manifest these prophecies, these parables, these dark sayings, then you don't want your damn kingdom, man. You still want to be in America, right? And if we're not manifesting it, we're not watchmen. Ezekiel 33, Ezekiel 3, if we're not watching the sword come, or we're not watching for the prophecies, we're not watchmen, we're not prophets, we're not apostles, right? Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. Moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, in the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, right? We still in this carnal flesh where we go off and we sin. So how this man said he went through his trouble? No, the hell you didn't. The trouble didn't even fully get started. People able to live in their house, able to drink orange juice, kids able to go to school. Ain't no trouble happened yet, man. Yeah, we see some shooting because the Lord created spirits for vengeance. But Jacob, in order for the Lord to come, prophecies have to come to pass. That, I'm just being honest. This brother is bugged out, man. This is why now the Lord got to stand on our feet. This is the reveal. Prophecies. The Lord is coming, right? The kingdom is at hand, right? We're going to get that one too. Lord willing. Lord willing, we get that one too. You know what? Let me get that now. I got too many precepts in my dang head right now, just because of what this dude, what this incomplete said. This is Romans 13. This is a classic. Romans 13 and 11. It says, in that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. It's not time to be asleep and consumed with the world. This man said he went through his trouble, but Donald Trump just made executive orders of a DEI, right? Where there's no discrimination, right? And that's gonna mess up a lot of people's job, right? The LGBT community, he's saying that there's only two genders. I'm glad for that, right? He invested $500 billion to Microsoft to start doing face recognition, especially on digital payment. He wants America to go fully digital, right? He's trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Donald Trump said he want to get rid of income taxes. None of us got hit with trouble yet. None of us got hit with trouble yet, man. Salvation is coming, man. In all kingdoms, before they fall, it has to be, I call it turbulence, right? It has to be trouble. In the time of Yahushua, when he left, he spoke of that trouble, which was really talking about 70 AD, when Israel was going to get ran through by Rome. Trouble is going to come to this place. What is we looking for? Oh yeah, Revelations 11, verse 11. I'll read that verse 8 so y'all can get the point of why I'm going here. So Revelation 11:8, it says, their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So if it's already saying spiritually Sodom and Egypt, they're spiritually dead bodies, really talking about from the neck up. What's a spiritual way for us to be dead? Not having the knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai. And where do you keep your knowledge? Right? Where do you learn? Where do you think? Where do you think of problems? Where do all your thinking or your body movements come from? The brain, your heart. So we're dead from the neck up, which is some people that's still dead. But verse 11, only the elect, true believers, are going to start standing on their feet. Not no 5%ers, not no Allah, Muhammad, Allah Akbar, however you say the damn name, right? It's going to be the elect that's actually standing. It says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in the graves. How somebody going? So they're going to watch your dead bodies for 350 years. That's what that 3.5 is. Your body is going to decay. Then freaking insects are going to eat away at your flesh. This is talking about spiritually, right? They're watching our dead bodies from the neck up. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets torment them that dwell on the earth. The two prophets is the southern and northern kingdom. We have afflicted all nations, starting with Esau, especially when we go back into history in the time of David and Solomon. We had these nations in our hands, especially Esau. But after Solomon fell, Esau went to make their own little foundation on the outskirts of Israel, on the outer parts of the border of Israel. Torment the nations when we're empowered. We torment the nations when we're serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You go to Judith, the 5th chapter, verse 21. If there's no error in our nation, no sin, no iniquity, no wickedness, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai is fighting for us. Sirach 4:28. If we strive for the truth until death, the Lord shall fight for us. Right? Verse 11 is the point. It says, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And this is what's happening now. We're standing on our feet, but it happened in the time of Abba Bivens, the start all the way till now. That's why I said we're messing up the algorithm through the spirit. The whole world is turning upside down, where everybody's talking about Hebrew Israelites. You even got rappers saying, man, we're the real Jews. It wasn't a time where people were just saying that openly, right? Do I want to keep going? Yeah, I might as well keep going, because this is going to lead to World War III. Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto him, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and that's going into the elect getting beamed up. 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, verse 15 to 17. 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, verse 45 to 54. That's talking about that incorruptible body. We're going to get beamed up with the Heavenly Father. 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 10 and 12. Talking about the horses of fire, the chariots of Israel. They're going to beam up the elect. Some people are making videos now that the angels are going to deliver us and then put us on freaking cruise ships. The angels is going to deliver us on airplanes. Are you kidding me? That is crazy. So verse 13, it says, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. In the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven, right? Because there's going to be only a remnant going into the 144,000 in the 1/3, which later on, after everything is established, especially when we get back on earth, is going to be a great multitude. The 144,000, and then the great multitude that we see in Revelations, the 7th chapter, all the way down to verse 9. That's not all nations. That's Israelites that was in other nations that's going to accumulate a great multitude. A lot of us don't understand these scriptures, right? Verse 14, it says, the second war was past, talking about World War II, because war means doom or destruction. And behold, the third war cometh quickly. And right now we see, what is it, Second Chronicles 2:11, where we're not blind by their wicked devices. Right now, why would Esau make missiles? Why would he make nukes? For decoration? Just to say they got them and not use them? The Lord put it on their spirit to make those. That's Isaiah 54 verse 16, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse, I mean, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices, especially when you're bringing out the prophecies of the MOTB, when you're bringing out World War III, right? When we're talking about their GMO foods, right? When we talk about the election and the presidency, when you look at sports, you know America. Yo, this is the craziest thing, right? All this stuff with Donald Duck, Joe Lyon, and all these other foo-foos, the stuff that they doing, and you niggas still don't know that you're oppressed. This brother saying this, and we're in a, oh man, brother, you're why are you manifesting Jacob's trouble in the end of the world, and and it's gonna happen in America, and you live here? Because we want to get delivered. The children of Israel was tired back in the time of Egypt. They was tired. They wanted deliverer. They couldn't see. They couldn't know that Moses was the deliverer, but the Lord sent them, not the people. Acts 5:29. We ought to be God rather than man. This man is not coming in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which later on is going to lead me to Jeremiah the 28th chapter, where Hananiah, but it's multiple joints, but this is just my classic joint, my little go-to I always go to, where he tried to prophesy, and he prophesied falsely, but the Lord didn't send him, right? So let's get into it. Let's go to Luke, the 12th chapter, verse 2. Luke chapter 12, verse 2, it says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." Right? It's a nothing, man. And this can go directly to Jake, right? You wicked Jake, your little wicked thoughts, or however you move, is gonna be seen. Even you brothers that's teaching. That's why 1 Peter 4:17. And a brother said he went through his trouble. No, the hell you haven't. If you're not of the elect, 1 Peter 4:17, judgment is gonna happen first at the house of Israel. So if you're not of the elect, you're going to get touched, young man. Even you sisters, man, right? A lot of women gonna get humbled. That's why brothers is making videos on women, right? A lot of women can't handle certain things that was promised to the men, because the kingdom consists of kingship. That's another thing for this brother talking about, let's not manifest Jacob's trouble in the end of America. Nigga, I don't want to be here. I want my kingdom. I want 100-fold. I want to stand bold. I don't want to be ashamed. I don't want to be afraid of speaking what I desire, what the Lord said I can have, which don't lead to unrighteousness. And the things that pertain to the women too, because really all the women that get taken as a wife in the kingdom, yo, they already gonna be set, because they're gonna have a husband that's a God on the earth. Why would I want to not manifest Jacob's trouble, which is a prophecy, right? Habakkuk, right? Habakkuk 2. A lot of these things is for a point of time. Shalom, shalom, Water of Rav, chief musician. Shalom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem HaKadosh, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Katan, right? So again, Luke 12:2, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." This is why brothers is manifesting and prophesying of Jacob's trouble, or the MOTB, because the truth is being revealed unto us. We're living in a time of technology. Why would I say that MOTB is sin or spiritual when technology is at an all-time high, and Donald Duck in front of you is saying that he wants America to go digital, where we'll be able to not have theft, right? Where people is not hacking your damn bank accounts, because if it's digital. But guess what? It doesn't matter, because this digital is going to put them in a position of control. How you don't see it? Everything is ran technically. You remember when cars didn't have the buttons? Look, I'm pressing buttons on my car. You remember everything was different back then, man. You got cars driving himself. Come on, man. Donald Duck get in office, a helicopter see a plane, the plane see the helicopter, and they crash with each other. Something not right, man. It's because the son of perdition is getting revealed, man. The Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Ever since we got that breath of life in Revelations 11, verse 11, the son of perdition been revealed, starting by the men of the Lord, and Esau just been showing himself. First, when he made the damn space station, right? And then when he's making missiles, man. When he's dropping missiles and nukes and bombs on other countries being a bully, he's showing his own self, man. He's a natural born madman. Why the hell would I not want to talk about Jacob's Trouble? In the 2/3 Jake nigga, look at right now. Who is the main person in the spotlight in our nation? Women. Women really supposed to be covered, really behind the scenes. All these women supposed to be subjected to a man of the Lord, man. They said that three Sesame crew, where a man is a man, he said, I don't want to be a man no more, I want to be a woman. But half of these people that's ruling the world say that they're juju beings. Why are they not enforcing the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? And you telling me that let's not manifest, man? I'm telling y'all, man. A lot of y'all, Jake, that think y'all really believe in the Heavenly Father and His Son, they got a rude awakening. This is Luke chapter 8 and verse 17. It says, this is the same thing as Luke 12 and 2. It says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Right? So it's going to be revealed that 2/3, because he said, I already had my trouble. He said, oh, it's not us. The real Jacob trouble is for the other nations. The other nations going to get they shit plus double. Plus they're going to be serving in the kingdom. But Jacob trouble is for the 2/3 and for the elect to be tried. We're going to be tried your faith. If you have faith right now while we're able to go buy, sell, and do your thing, when the MOTB come, Jacob trouble, famine of the word, that's you getting tried by the fire, man. The sea is you going to wither. When did Job? Job got hit left and right, his possessions and then him physically. Are you, when you get kicked out your house, when you're wearing the same clothes for 2 weeks, are you going to curse out the Lord, stop calling on his name? Right? What are you going to do? Some people are already felling right now because they got, oh yeah, let's make money for this truth. Oh, if I ain't, hey, I ain't debating nobody unless I'm making money. Oh, I ain't doing that. People not truly sincere, right? To want the kingdom, you gotta suffer. To want the kingdom, you gotta want your captivity to be destroyed. You know, well, what is Revelations 18 about? Babylon falling. You know, come on, man. People really don't know. Let me get this one because it's towards Israel. Let's go to the classic of classics, Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter and verse 14. Kind of just going with Luke 2. Luke, the 8th chapter, verse 17, and Luke, the 12th chapter. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. When you go to NLT, it says to bring every work into judgment. Wait, hold on. I don't want to butcher it. Let me get it correctly. Because in the NLT it say us, right? This Ecclesiastes chapter 12 in verse 14 in the NLT. It says, God will judge us. There we go. God will judge us for everything we do, including every secret thing, whether good or bad. So for the children of Israel, you 2/3, whatever, actually the whole nation, whatever you do good or whatever you doing bad is going to be revealed, and the Lord already knows. Right? The brother Water of Rav, chief musician, he put Sirach Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 34, but they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desires is in the work of their craft. Come on, man. Oh, that's a killer right there, man. But they will maintain the state of the world, right? And who is that? Literally, who's maintaining the things of this world, right? And all their desires is in the work of their craft. Esau, man. Everything is in their hand when we go to Psalms 83. You know, the left hand side through Esau is running his whole ship. Of course, he got minions that sit around the round table that's of other nations, but Second Ezra 6 and 9 has to play out. Esau is the end of the world, and during the end of this world, chaos is gonna happen, and Jacob, you gonna get touched, right? Let's just before I go to my other precepts, let's play Humpty Dumpty. Let's hear him again. Let's hear Humpty Dumpty one more time.
People talk about tribulation, tribulation, tribulation. I can't speak for anyone else, but I've been through my tribulation. I've for sure been through my tribulation, and I just don't believe that the Most High is going to make me go through it again. I just don't. And I feel like people should stop Jacob's Trouble, Black Americans who are the real Jews, who is little brother Jacob, the real indigenous Americans from the same tribe as Jesus Christ or Yahweh or Yahusha. I think people should stop verbally manifesting a Jacob's Trouble over their life. Don't let these people do that to you, all right? We already been through Jacob's Trouble, okay? By you reiterating it in Jacob's Trouble, then things are going to get crazy, and things are going to get crazy, and things are going to get crazy. Do you know what you're doing? You're manifesting that over your life. You're bringing that into existence over your life.
I'm sorry, it already been manifested. Isaiah 46:10. The end is declared since the beginning of time. So the Lord already manifested what he's going to do, and he's going to pull out all his pleasure. He said he already, Jacob trouble already passed. It is time when we had a form of trouble, but Jacob trouble is something that haven't been seen. Let me just get those two precepts on that. You know, Jeremiah 30:7. Because if he said we already went through our trouble, when we go to Jeremiah 30, it tells you that he's going to bring us in our land after that. We're going to get delivered out of it and go back into our land. Where Jake at? Jake is still scattered four corners of the earth. Gotcha, man. That's a blind man leading people into a ditch. Whoever following him, you Humpty Dumpty too. Right? This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. Even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And that would be the elect. But it says, there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. It been nations ever since. We can go to Ecclesiastes 4, where it says, is no done away of the people. So all the nations is on the earth. So anything before this time, it ain't never been nothing like this. So he's wrong, right? Jeremiah 30:7, real quick, it says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. How can we already go through Jacob's trouble if brothers is speaking on it, and he said it's gonna be something that's nothing like it? And it's a lot of times where Jacob almost went through almost the same thing in the past, but it was a little different. We're in a time where no captivity had technology in any type of level that we do right now. No captivity before this had missiles and nukes that can go from continent to continent. No nation had doctors and scientists that can make a man have a flat chest and then now he can have tater tots. Where a woman is skinny, broken bones, and now she can have a BBL and look like Chicken Little. This is the worst, greatest, wickedest captivity on the mother-sucking earth. And he say he went through Jacob's trouble. Man is fit. Yo, anybody with that mindset is finished. Hey, if I'm teaching that and you hear me, man, rebuke me, man. You finish if you saying that, man. And again, that man didn't bring out no scriptures. The man gonna say Yeshua or Yeshua, whatever you say. If you saying two different names of the Son or the Father, you confuse, and the truth is not in you, man. Because even if you go and do research on the name, when we see in the Old Testament, the Lord, If you use the Blue Letter, right, or the Bible Hub, you see that they'll give you the modern Hebrew, and when you actually follow the alphabet, it's gonna give you Yahweh. The same with the name Jesus in the New Testament. You gotta search the concordance and the interlinear for that name. It's gonna lead you to the name of Joshua. When you find out the name Joshua is the same as Yahushai, or the same name that Yahushai got, you'll understand that it's not Yeshua or Jeshua. It would be Yahushai, especially if you know how to do the alphabets in the modern and in the ancient. There's only one name that he got. My name that I use that everybody call me is Adar Gabai. Yes, my slave name Terrence Bailey, but my name that I go by. So the name that Yahushai go by, that he was given when he came out, Mary's Karuchi, was Yahushai, which in ancient Hebrew, but all Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, words or names have meaning. So Yahushai means he saves or he delivers, right? The same with Joshua's name, it would be Yahushai. Second Ezra, the 7th chapter, verse 29 and 37, it mentions Yahushai and Joshua, and it says it the same way. I mean, of course, because in the Apocrypha, it's going to say Jesus. But if you know how to line up the scriptures correctly, it's going to say Yahushai, right? Especially if you know the Hebrew, right? But again, this brother really don't know this gospel, man. He's perverting it and not even really teaching. He's just speaking out his mouth, just saying a whole bunch of shabba dabba ding dong, right? So again, it said Jeremiah 30:7, at last for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So if he said we already went through trouble, where have you been saved, brother? How are you saved if the Lord said under the sun is the place of judgment, and we're still in this flesh? This is the chains of darkness. So we're still in basically hell. We're in a condition, man. We're in a place of judgment where you could die and go in the spirit world and you could die, go in the spirit world, and the Lord bring you right back on the earth. Make it make sense, man. This man really don't know the gospel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Right? Verse 8, it says, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds. And strangers no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve Yahweh their power and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Right? This is Jeremiah. David been gone because truthfully, David is coming back. David is coming back. He's the rock of the church, just like Peter was, because through the Spirit, Peter, through the reincarnation, is David. You know, everybody has a role. If it's a woman, a child, a man, the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord is either in the spirit world with the Lord, and some of them, which is a lot, are on the earth. The elect lady, some of them is in the spirit world, and some of them is on the earth. Some of these children are the elect children, and some of them is in the spirit world. Guess what? Some of the ones that's not of the elect is in the spirit world. They're going to come back through the loins of men, and some of the 2/3 are on the earth. You know? It's a recycle. Ecclesiastes 3, man, actually, let's get that one too. I'm going to read the NLT. I like how it's delivered in the NLT. Ecclesiastes 3:15. This man really don't know the Lord he served, man. This is why everybody should be teaching, but you know, he has a script that he was given in the spirit that he had to be against this ministry, right? And there's gonna be blind people that follow him. And there's other people. He ain't the only one. Right? This Ecclesiastes 3:15 in the NLT. What is happening now has happened before. The same as teachers falsely teaching and teachers righteously teaching. Right? Just as the wicked in rulership, the wicked is in rulership, and they're going to be moved out of rulership. It's the same thing that happened before. It says that what will happen in the future has happened before. Then in multiple times, the children of Israel got either delivered or removed from their captivity in different ways. Now, it was a miraculous one with Moses, especially when the Lord was putting plagues on Egypt, when the Lord allowed the water to get split. This is going to be a strange salvation that's going to blow what happened in all the other captivities, especially ancient Egypt, right? You want Jacob trouble to come because he said in that day, the elect is going to get scarcely saved by the skin of your teeth, rarely saved, hardly saved, you know? It says because God makes the same things happen over and over again, right? So that's why I said it is different forms of trouble, especially in the time of Rome, where when they had a flood of the Roman soldiers to flood Israel, and what 1 million Jews fled to the African mountains, right? And this brother keeps saying the black man, you the real Jews. What about the Latinos, the Hispanics, the Indians, right? If anybody bugged out, if they just think that this is all the 12 tribes is all black, Jews is only Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. What fulfill other prophecies is the northern kingdom came to a land from fire, man, and they dwelt there for 1,000 years. Who was in America first? The northern kingdom, man. So they getting beamed up too. They in this truth too, right? The Lord is dealing with the whole 12 tribes, not as a nation-wise, but only as elect, right? The same thing he did with Noah, the same thing he did with Lot, the same time in the time of Elijah, 7,000 were a remnant still in the faith, which is quoted in Isaiah 1:9, even in Romans 11:7. The Lord is always dealing with remnant, which is remaining in the faith. So the brothers put water of Rav chief position, Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, right? And that's how he sound. If you talk about not to manifest Jacob's trouble, the MOTB and other prophecies, you are not of this faith, man. Right? You want people to stop manifesting tribulation. The 2/3 have to go. 2/3 have to die on this side, man. Everything must be fulfilled. What did Yahweh Shai say in Luke? I'm gonna go back to Jeremiah so I can read verse 10. But yeah, let me get this. Luke 24:44. I'm gonna read your precept. I'm gonna read what you wrote too, son of the prophet worldwide. Luke 24. Luke 24, verse 44, it says, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me, right? So who's going to deliver us from Jacob's trouble? Yahweh Shai. So that has to come to pass, right? Because all must be fulfilled that is written about Yahweh Shai, right? The brother, sons of the prophets worldwide said, can explain how Peter is David. I never heard that. Lord willing, I can get into another in another video, right? But that just goes with the reincarnation and the position he had in the ministry, just like Peter. And just like what we just read in Ecclesiastes, in Ecclesiastes 1, ain't nothing new under the sun. Hold on. I want to see something real quick. Salaki. Just I want to get this one joint because the brother there he is asking, so I want to see something real quick. If my phone can move, right? So when you go to like Matthew 16 and 18, right? Just reading this real quick. It says, and I say also unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my rock. Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Right now, a church, the church is the people, right? Which is really the elect. So when we go to Amos 9:11, the Lord said He's rebuilding the tabernacles of David, right? The tabernacles of David. The tabernacles of David is the 12 tribes of Israel. What is this church? The 12 tribes of Israel, right? And what we just read in Jeremiah 30 and 9, but they shall serve Yahweh their power and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them, right? David is a king that was loved, right? And of course, when we go into other scriptures, Peter is Yahweh's favorite prophet in a certain extent, and John the Revelator is Yahweh's, right? Just like Israel is the Lord's favorite nation, it's not a respect of person, but when it comes to a position, especially when it comes to, like if we think about reincarnation, Yahweh is Adam, Yahweh is Isaac, Yahweh is Solomon, and he's under the role of Melchizedek, which Yahweh is not a Levite. Everybody has a role, you know? Everybody has a role, right? But it's other verses that you could go to, that we can go to, but I don't want to drift off of that. But that as an example, you know, this whole ministry is built in on Peter. He is the rock, you know? So when we talk about the tabernacles in Acts 15, 16, and 17, it all leads back to David, you know? But still a good point, right? Hey, this is still could go to the lesson too, because the brother said in the video, he said, let's not manifest the tribulations of Jacob's trouble. In the time of Jacob's trouble, that's when the elect is going to be known, the chosen, which let's go, because the brother is saying that, let's actually go to Amos 9:11, and then I'll go to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Because if Jacob trouble don't come, how are we going to know who the chosen is? Everybody's going to know. Now, even though it's going to be chaos, you ain't going to be walking around there, oh man, let me get downtown so I can see. Like, people are going to be trying to look for these people and won't find them. They're going to be looking for the word and won't find it because they're not using this mercy and grace period right now. But in that day, the chosen is going to be known, right? Amos 9:11, real quick. Amos 9:11, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruin, and I will build it as in the days of old. Right? And how was we built in the days of old? We were following the law, statutes, and commandments, the ordinance of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And if Peter is the rock, that's how we're getting building back up. And if you go to Ephesians 4:11 and 12, he says by the edifying, right? Because this ministry is about edifying. When you go look up the etymology for edifying, it means to build or build up. How do you build a house? A rock. When you go to Luke the 6th chapter, the Lord say, don't build your house on a solid foundation. The solid foundation is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Didn't David call the Lord my rock, my fortress? Right? So through the Spirit, how are we building up the children of Israel? Through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that when the Lord do return, through the Spirit, that Ezekiel 9:4, the mark of exemption is going to be on the elect. We need Jacob trouble to come. I'm working towards the be the elect, man. And Lord willing, in that day, we get to know who that we is, man. The elect is not being sluggard, right? The elect is moving like they is the elect, but they're not making themselves of the number, just like the apostles and the prophets of old. Peter didn't say he was the elect, right? But the disciples is an example of the elect, because when Yahweh started his ministry, he had the 12, but he had 70, and who remained? The 12, right? Then it was the prophets of old where the Lord was speaking to him, blah, 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 blah. Now, when Yahweh came, he said he was filling them up with the Spirit. Only the elect is going to get that Spirit, right? So the second Ezra chapter 16, and I'm going to go to the point, verse 73, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen. They shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So how they gonna be known? If the Lord already know, who's gonna know that they're the chosen? People around, right? When Paul, when he went on that journey on the boat, and you remember when that venomous snake bit him, and everybody looking like he was gonna die, and he just shook the snake off, and they said, "Oh man, this man a god." Then you got Peter, he healing people just by his shadow, man. Then you got Peter and other people just saying the name of Yahweh Shema Shai and healing people. It's going to be things that we're going to be doing on this side greater than what Yahweh Shai did, right? And people are going to know that we're the people. Guess what? Even more. Other people are going to be starving, not eating, and we going to be eating. Women are going to flock to the men of the Lord. Hey, if any woman is on here and they don't accept that, then you're not ready for the kingdom. Because everybody say the kingdom of God. What does kingdom mean? It means kingship under the Hamashiach. Go look up the word kingdom. It means kingship, right? First Ezra, the 4th chapter, from verse 1 to 17. It tells you a king rules all over the seas and the lands. A man is technically a ruler. In the nation of Israel, started with 144,000 men all the way down to the lowest, the man that make it on this side. They are rulers, in their house, and outside the Lord said he was going to make the men kings and priests. He didn't say nothing about, I'm about to make the women princesses and queens. No, ain't no queens. In the ancient world, they used to call queen, Quean, it means whore. The women of Israel was only called princess. The kingdom is about men, right? Just because it's about men, it don't mean a woman don't have a position. Men are going to rule, and they're going to have whatever their heart's desire, and they're going to have 100-fold, just like Job. The brother Jeremiah dropped the precept, Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, right? Because it's going to be, when you Isaiah 4:1, I think either the NLT or the GNT, it says it's going to be few men, right? And when you look at it and you get in these precepts, it's because the elect men are going to be few on the earth. It's going to be other men, right? Wicked men, right? Before those bombs hit, but the Lord calls men the ones that obey him. You ain't no real men if you not obeying Yahweh Shema Shai. You just a dead zombie. A man of the Lord is the realest man on the earth. Sorry to put it in that terms, right? And the men is going to be more precious than fine gold, is because the men of the Lord is going to be like that Lamborghini, that diamond, that pearl. And every woman is going to flock to them. But guess what? It's all through the Spirit. Whatever woman flocked to you, it's predestined that was meant to happen. That woman flocked, those women flocked to you. Hey, it's going to be so many few men of the Lord, and women not just going to just flock to one man. Oh my goodness, Lil Wayne. No. The men of the Lord is compared to one superstar, is all the elect. Jay-Z. Whoever you think is the top celebrity superstar, the elect men is all of them in one. Just one elect man, one of the 144,000. Even a regular elect man, he is better than every man with money, diamonds, pearls, and all of that. Women are going to flock to them, man, because they're going to be few on the earth. This man said don't speak on the tribulation of Jacob's trouble? Don't we want to know who is these men that are more precious than fine gold? I want to know if I am. I believe that I am, but the Lord gonna let you know that you is, because we're not making ourselves of that number. But literally, when we know men is the prize of this thing, and this man say, let's not speak of the tribulation of Jacob's trouble. Oh, this man don't want the kingdom. Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, right? That fire that comes, right? As rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, right? This is because women are going to want protection. That's why Isaiah 4:1 is written like that. Women are going to be looking for protection, and it doesn't matter your stature, if you diesel, skinny, fat. Women, the elect men, it's the Lord going to be dealing with you, and women are gonna have almost the kingdom. They're gonna be 100%, but they're gonna almost have a mindset that I need a man. They're not gonna be thinking 20 women. Oh, there go 15. No, it's because that how that man is standing. It's gonna be a spirit. It's gonna be a spiritual Bruce Leroy glow on you, something within you that's gonna attract these women, which is in First Corinthians, that Hamashiach like fragrance. The elect men are gonna have a Hamashiach like fragrance, and women are gonna be drawn to them. You know, it's gonna be like the movie The Book of Eli. He was the only one with the Bible, and you see how through the spirit that girl cleaved to him. Now just imagine that hyphen 10 times, right? Because what we living in this Bible is way beyond a movie or a TV show, because this is a movie. 2nd Ezra 15:1, I behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's a fact. Why would we not manifest the tribulation in Jacob's trouble? The Lord put these words in our mouth. Don't you know we would be disobedient if we didn't do that? If a brother came before I get it, Ezekiel 33, where the Lord said, if you don't warn them, he's going to require your blood at the end. You know, the Lord is going to require, if we're not manifesting or prophesying this thing or warning the people, right? The Lord is going to require our blood in the end, right? 2nd Ezra 16:33, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. That goes with the Isaiah 32:2, right? Even yeah, 32:2, right? Women on this side is gonna lose their husband. Now it's gonna be a lot of women in the world that's going, women that are of the world and men that are of the world that lose their life. But through the Spirit, the Lord might have mercy on that sister, because she's not gonna have no bridegroom, and those women are gonna be looking for protection. Some of the women might get humble. Oh man, I need a man, because it even said that. What it say? It said the virgins shall mourn. Us men really love through the Spirit. Man, brothers love virgins, man. They probably haven't seen a virgin since they was 15. You know what I'm saying? Virgins is a precious thing for a woman. So even in the time where all chaos comes, the Lord is gonna put a spirit. If you women are around, the Lord gonna put a spirit on you. The women that become widows and you virgins. You're gonna cleave to a man of the Lord. The Lord is gonna move you into that. And you had a man, but guess what? If that man, what it says is the next verse, 2nd Ezra 16:34, it says the man is gonna die in war and by famine. When a man dies, what is it? 2 Corinthians, the 7th chapter, it tells you that if the husband died, the woman is not bound to the law. You're not bound to the law of being a wife to that man anymore. You know, and the Lord is going to bring you to a man. What if your husband, that both the mother, whoever the first woman, she might not, her man might not be a man of the Lord, right? And the Lord might have mercy on you if the Lord move you to a man of the Lord in the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of the MOTV, the time of the famine of the word, the Lord is having mercy on you, man. Right? All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Oh yeah, Ezekiel 33:8, it says, when I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou doest not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require. See? So this man right here, Mr. Shabba Ding Dong.
Life. We ought. The judgment is for the Gentile nations.
Hold on.
Okay?
Hold on.
I think people should stop my tribulation, and I just don't believe that the Most High is going to make me go through it again. I just don't. And I feel like people should stop Jacob's Trouble, Black Americans who are the real Jews, who is little brother Jacob, the real indigenous Americans from the same tribe as Jesus Christ or Yahushua or Yahusha. I think people should stop verbally manifesting a Jacob's Trouble over their life.
Yo, if a man love his life more than Yahweh Shema Shah, he not fit to be a disciple. I'm about to get that one verse that's in my head right now before Yaramayan or another brother get it. This is Matthew 15:14. Yeah, he's gonna but his blood will I require at thy hand. Right? Matthew 15:14. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. This man said, yo, I think y'all should just stop prophesying of tribulations and Jacob's trouble. Guess what? If he's not warning you correctly, which Jeremiah 28, he's not sent. Because he telling brothers to stop prophesying these things. Right? Let's get Isaiah 30 and 10. You bugged, guess what? That's a blind leader. I said it. It's a blind leader telling brothers to stop manifesting that. That man really don't know the good news. Got the nerve to say Yeshua and Yahushua, man. This is Isaiah 30 and 10, a classic. Jeremiah voice, a classic of classics. It says, would say to the seers, no, I'm going to start at verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children. This man is lying over here. Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy to see. We're prophesying right things by saying Jacob's trouble is coming. And when we say Jacob's trouble on the MOTV, we telling you to get your faith in order. Right? Use this grace and mercy period for building up your faith, man. Don't just continue to be lazy and just let time pass, because then when all hell break loose, the Lord is gonna require your blood at the end, man. You niggas is dead, man. Yahweh said what the Lord commanded in Deuteronomy 18 chapter, if we don't listen to who the Lord raised up as a prophet, which is Yahweh, he's going to require your blood at the end. And that's why the prophets is supposed to be testifying and speaking on behalf of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I could keep on going, and I don't want to hold you guys up too long. So I'm gonna read this last verse, and I'm gonna close. It's Jeremiah 28 and 9. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahweh Bashim Shai have truly sent him. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, hear now, Hananiah, Yahweh Bashim Shai have not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. The Lord didn't send that brother, and guess what? He's making people to trust in his lie, man. Oh, man, we don't have to prophesy about Jacob's trouble, man. Oh, our trouble already happened. Don't listen. The Lord did not send that brother, because the brother didn't bring out no scriptures. The brother is telling you Yeshua or Yahushai, giving you the option of saying which name and not being sure. He's not a true believer. Let alone brothers is not making their own Jacob's trouble or this. Brothers is going in the scriptures, man. That brother should be making a scripture, showing scriptures that Jacob trouble or the tribulation is not happening. Wait, hold on. I said that was my last one. Sorry, I'm in the flesh. Jeremiah 30 again. I had to read verse 10. And we'll close with this one. Lord willing. It's Jeremiah 30 and 10. This right here is this right here. You close the book after this one. It says, therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from a fire, and thy seed from the land of their captivities. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Right? So what is that rest? Hebrews the 4th chapter. For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. Right? But I will see that Jacob trouble is not going to destroy the whole nation, because he's going to save the remnant. The remnant. It says, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. For thus saith Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine. Right? Well, we could keep on going to that, right? But it's really when you go into Baruch, because Baruch was with Jeremiah. I said that was the last one, but you know, I gotta make sure, because if he's saving us, Baruch chapter 2 and verse 34, it says, I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people, and I will no longer drive my people out of the land that I have given them. That's for this time, right? This time right now, man. So are we back in our land? The Lord haven't delivered us from our land. Jacob trouble have to happen. Tribulation has to happen. The worst has to happen. The MOTB have to happen. Esau is the end of the world. So guess what? Esau has to be a madman before Yahushua come back. And he has to make war with Yahushua. That man did not make nukes for nothing. Right? That's where those nukes is going to be dropped down in the time of Jacob trouble. Luke chapter 12, verse 49. The earth is going to be kindled with fire. No, the Lord is going to come with fire even if it's already kindled. So all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. And with that, Shalom, with double honors to the other apostles and elders of Big Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Lord willing that they can continue to endure and be sincere. And a mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect. In the same Spirit, teach this word and believe in this word. Lord willing that you continue to endure and be sincere. And Shalom to the Akwat the elect lady, that are believers of this word and this truth. Lord willing, you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Shalom. Shalom.